You are listening to the Central Indiana Sports Report, episode 170.1, our daily update on high school, college, and professional sports news in Central Indiana, with a little bit of major national sports news, anything that may be of interest to Central Indiana sports fans.
You're listening to the Central Indiana Sports Report with your host, Greg Mengelt.
Good morning, good afternoon, or good evening. Whenever you've chosen to listen to the Central Indiana Sports Report, we are so glad to have you with us today. Today is February 6, 2025. It's a Thursday, so it's another day for the Central Indiana Sports Report. I'm your host, Greg Mengelt, and I love Central Indiana sports. Coming to you today from headquarters in Jeffersonville, producer Susie is in bed sick. She seems to be getting a little better, but she's still quite ill. Get better soon, my love. Coming up, we have a couple of girls basketball sectional results from Wednesday, a couple of big local boys basketball games, and a handful of men's and women's college basketball. Plus, I'll preview a big Thursday in local high school boys basketball. But before we get to that, please go like, subscribe, or follow us so you don't miss a single segment. We are at Amazon, Apple, Spotify, SoundCloud, and YouTube. Just search Central Indiana Sports Report. We are easy to find. And of course, we start with our local girls basketball sectionals. In Class 3A at Twin Lakes, Western beat Logansport 45-35, and Mechaniqua got past the host Indians 52-46 to advance to Friday night semifinals. The Panthers and Braves will play each other Friday in the second semifinal at Twin Lakes. Mechaniqua won 56-45 in Rushville on January 16th. That actually ended the Panthers' season-long 5-game winning streak. In Wednesday's win, Western was led by Ella Rowling's game-high 16 points. Mechaniqua was paced by 21 points from Ireland Kyle and 10 each from Addie Mabin and Delaney Betzner. The first semifinal on Friday at Twin Lakes features 13-10 Peru against 6-16 West Lafayette. Peru beat Northwestern 57-48 on Tuesday night. And in Class A at Tri-Central, Southwood defeated Northfield 38-34, and North Miami got by Southern Wells 36-25. 7-16 Southwood and 13-10 North Miami will play in the second semifinal at approximately 7:30 on Friday after 14-7 Daleville takes on 5-17 Cowan in the first semifinal at Tri-Central. North Miami beat Southwood 64-48 in mid-November. A couple of local games in high school basketball and a couple of really good ones. Another big win, 6 in a row for Lapel, 52-45 Wednesday evening at Tipton. Tipton led 25-24 at the half, but the 2A number 12 Bulldogs outscored the Blue Devils 25-11 over the final 10 minutes of the game. Lapel had good balance in the win, with Brody Judge with a team best 18 points. Devin Craig finished with 11, including 9 key points in the fourth quarter. Brody Judge had 10, and Luke Jones finished with 9. Quinn Wilkins had 7 rebounds and 8 assists in the win. Lapel coach Kevin Cherry also praised the bench play of Liam Coe, Owen Garber, and Quade Hall after the win. The Bulldogs are now 12-5 and are at 4-12 Alexandria on Thursday evening. 11-6 Tipton was led by 24 points, 7 rebounds, and 3 assists from All-State senior guard Grady Carpenter. The Blue Devils have lost 4 of 5 and host 10-5 Shenandoah on Saturday afternoon. Gavin Saunders scored 51 points in Hamilton Heights' 97-53 win over Kip Legacy Academy on Wednesday evening. Saunders was 18 for 22 from the field, 6 for 10 from behind the three-point line, and made 9 of his 11 free throw attempts. Saunders entered the contest averaging 17.5 points a game and shooting 46% from three, and also had a 44-point performance in the Huskies' 88-50 win over Logansport on December 13th. He also had 4 steals in Wednesday's win. Junior Reese Knapp finished with 16 points, and senior Drayden Cerna had 13, and the Huskies' 6th win in their last 7 games. Cerna led Heights with 6 rebounds, and senior Tyler Champion had 5 points, 6 assists, and 3 boards. The Huskies go to 10-7 Winchester on Saturday afternoon. In women's college basketball, Ball State is 11-0 in the MAC after putting a 71-51 beatdown on Bowling Green on Wednesday. The Cardinals are now 19-4 overall after their 13th win in a row. They led 39-20 at the half and led by as many as 51-28 early in the second half. 4 Cardinals scored in double figures, led by 20 from senior Maddie Bischoff. Senior Alex Richard and senior Allie Becky finished with 17 points apiece. Richard also led Ball State with 11 rebounds, and Becky had a game-high 10 assists. Senior Malaya Johnson had 10 points and 8 rebounds off the bench. The Cardinals have a big one coming up on Saturday at 20-4 James Madison in the MAC Sun Belt Challenge. Second-ranked Indiana Wesleyan is 23-0 after a tough 62-58 road win at Spring Arbor on Wednesday. The Wildcats led throughout and had a double-digit lead in the second half before Spring Arbor cut the lead late and made it a game. Key free throws down the stretch from junior Taylor Folkema and senior Izzy Reed were the difference in the win and helped the Wildcats get to 13-0 in the Crossroads League. Folkema, who actually played a season at Spring Arbor, led IWU with 16 points and 4 block shots. Anderson fell to 10-10 with a 91-86 double overtime loss at Manchester on Wednesday. Anderson was led by 22 points from senior Bryn Beard and 44 points from the trio of junior Bella Larson, freshman Paige Williamson, and junior Lauren Smith off the bench. Smith, of course, is from Cowan High School. Larison had 17 points and 7 rebounds. Manchester's Abigail Rosenkrantz had game highs of 29 points and 13 rebounds. And Grace beat Taylor 89-68 at Winona Lake. Senior Ava Henson from Westfield had 15 points to pace the 6-17 Trojans. In men's college basketball, number 21 Anderson is 18-3 overall and 13-1 in the Heartland Conference after beating Manchester 98-83 on Wednesday. The Ravens are 10-0 in 2025 and have a 2-game lead over second-place Franklin atop the Heartland Conference standings. In Wednesday's win, senior Tate Ivanyo had 27 points, and sophomore Bryce Williams from Fishers added 23 points. Ivanyo had 7 rebounds, and Williams also led the Ravens with 9 assists. Sophomore Rob Davidson finished with 13 points, 10 rebounds, 3 steals, and 3 assists for the Ravens. Taylor came up short 90-84 in a strong effort at 12th-ranked Grace on Wednesday. Senior Anton Webb had another huge night for the 12-11 Trojans, going for 34 points and 12 rebounds. He was 14 for 22 from the field and made 3 of his 4 three-point attempts. Spring Arbor beat Indiana Wesleyan 84-75, despite 43 combined points from junior Luke Brown from Blackford and senior Griffin Kluwer. Brown finished with 22 points, 3 assists, and a steal. Both Indiana Wesleyan and Spring Arbor are 15-8. And in the NBA, Jimmy Butler was traded to the Warriors for Andrew Wiggins and a bunch of nothing else. And it appears the Cleveland Cavaliers are going to get a little stronger when a trade with the Hawks for DeAndre Hunter becomes official later today. Looking ahead to Thursday, a lot of good boys basketball in the area. The boys, of course, playing on Thursday night with the girls taking up Friday and Saturday. As we mentioned earlier, Class 2A number 12 Lapel is at 4-12 Alexandria. Lapel beat Alexandria 87-53 in the Madison County tournament in January. Class A number 5 Clinton Prairie is at 2A number 13 Taylor. Delta goes to 4A number 2 Greenfield Central. Delta's 11-4, Greenfield Central 15-2. And 4A number 4 Anderson is 15-1 and goes to 7-10 Richmond in a North Central Conference game. 7-8 Franklin's at 12-4 Tri. 8-7 Eastbrook goes to 8-5 Bluffton. Yorktown is at Pendleton Heights. Both teams are 5-12. Muncie Central is 6-12 and goes to 7-8 Marion for a North Central Conference game. 13-5 Kokomo is at 9-5 Culver Academy. 10-7 Western goes to 11-4 Tippecanoe Valley. Northwestern is 10-5 and goes to 11-4 Maconaquah in a Three Rivers Conference contest, a big Three Rivers Conference contest. 2-17 Heron is at 12-4 Sheridan. 6-8 Eastern goes to 6-9 West Dell. Anderson Prep looks for its 12th win of the season when it goes to 1-13 Burris. 4-9 Daleville is at 4-8 Randolph Southern in a Mideastern Conference contest. Also on Thursday night at 10:30, the Pacers are at the Clippers. And at 6 o'clock, IU women host Rutgers. That game is on the Big Ten Network. And now you know everything we know about Central Indiana sports. By the way, coming up later today, I expect to have a girls basketball sectional scoreboard show for Tuesday and Wednesday. We'll bring you up to date completely from all the scores from all around the state, and that'll be a little later on Thursday evening. Thanks for listening. Please do us a huge favor and tell a friend about the Central Indiana Sports Report. We will be forever in your debt. The Central Indiana Sports Report is a product of ITG Media. And I love Susie. Get better, baby. Love you.